Hey guys, so we're gonna go over my second place OTS tournament hero deck profile. It was a 22 man local. It was 5 rounds, and I went 4-1 with it. I'm very proud of it. So let's get into the profile. I'm not gonna explain anything unless it's like it's something you normally don't see in a hero list. So we're gonna start with 3 Stratos. Starter, extender, not going to see much about it. 2 Shadow Mist, extender, IG mass change, liquid, draw 2 when it's used as feature material, when it's stumbled, use special hero out of grave. 1 Blazeman. In this build, I want to go get Poly because that's normally the issue with the hero decks. We can't go get Poly. So my theory was open Shadow Mist or Stratos and Hero Lives. Play Hero Lives and summon this out, and then attempt to go get Poly, and then the opponent will negate this. It's like, that's cool, normal Stratos, and then go get Ferris and do all the Vision Hero stuff. 1 Honest, I'm not going to say much about Honest, it just helps OTK. I didn't want to use the new Wake Up Your, or not Wake Up Your Elements hero, the Flaming Man, because I didn't like the whole Neos thing. It was, from my opinion, it was too much for too little. But I'll try it. If I like it, you'll see the next profile. But if I don't, then you probably won't. 1 Plasma, 2 Maui. Plasma's just a skill drain. Maui, I like Maui too. If it did come to 3, I'd never run it at 3. I don't think it's bad when you brick on 1 or 2. It's horrible when you brick on 2. But if it did come to 3, I don't think I'd play it at 3. It just becomes a big brick, and it's annoying when you open it to begin with. Next is Double Deny. I just got tired of Criteria and Runic Sprite just banishing the one that I only had. So I'm starting to play 2, and plus when you play 2 against my 11th player that I played against, I sent this off Ferris because I opened Ferris, Poly, Maui, and Denier, and I'm like, activate Ferris, send this for cost, and he's like, that's fine, Bestial off to Denier. I'm like, cool. Poly or do increase, do the Vision Hero stuff, and then just make what's his name, Dangerous, off of and send Maui. And he's like, oh, okay. I should have said my Bestial. I'm like, yeah. Dreamer, it says when the Destiny Hero battles, in damage calculation, especially from Graveyard, the Destiny Hero can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no damage you take no battle damage from the battle, and then this banishes when it leaves the field. But I do it for in case I had a DPE on board, and I couldn't use the effect because I used it this turn, it was negated. So, and I just special summon it. It was a free body, so on standard phase, just pop him at something, or it's just a free body to fuse with. Tip for Destiny Heroes next to the Vision Hero stuff. 2 Ferris, 1 increase. I cut down the engine a lot. I really did. I didn't really like the engine all that much. I know Sam, he plays 3, 2, and 2 of the purple one, but I think this works. And I did draw this a couple times, but it wasn't, like, oh no, it wasn't like, oh crap, now I'm screwed. It was literally Poly with this, and then, take damage on purpose, and then, like, just play it and then do normal stuff. But I didn't care that I drew that. So, next is 3 Vion. This, I bumped this up to 3, because, this is a reverse Stratus if you have Shadow Mist. So normal summon this, and then Shadow Mist, and then search, and then go get a Poly. So I opened up this and a Hero Lives, so just Hero Lives out for the Blazeman. They ashed it for the Poly. I'm like, normal summon this, send Shadow Mist, get a search for an Honest, or I think it was Liquid Soldier, banish it to add Poly, and they're like, oh, but they activated Dimensional Barrier, and when I activated Poly, like, you're just gonna have it, and never say you activate them. That's it for monsters. Moving on to spells. 3 Hero Lives. Stratus is at 3, you play this at 3, this is at 3, play it at 3. It's good dash bait. 2 Fusion Destiny. I've seen people put it at 3. I got my Fusion Destinies when it was at 2, and then it was bumped up to 3. I tried it at 3. I never saw it at 3. I didn't like it at 3. I barely see it when I was at 3, but when it's at 2, I see it a little bit more often, and I did it at 3, so I like it. Next is 2 Poly. Same thing with the Night thing. Got tired of Criteria hitting it or Runic Sprite hitting it, so we just bumped this up to 2. Don't want it at 3 because when I had it at 3, it was a brick and it's supposed to be an extender, And so, like I said, I want to go get Poly more in this build because it's a really important card for the deck. So if I don't have a way to go search it, I'm going to more than likely open it because it's that too. So I like it at 2. Next is 2 Mass Change. We have Wake Up, Special, Shadow Mist in the battle phase, and then just add Mass Change. And then also if we open one, we dodge Imperm, and we go search the second one and have, you know, double Dark Law or whatnot. 1 Rare Confusion, standard. This is how we make the Wake Up. Next is 1 E-Call. I'm running an E-Call. Searches any elemental hero from your deck to your hand, so it's a rota for the elemental heroes. Next is 1 Fake Hero. This says you special an elemental hero from your hand, it can attack, and it bounces back to your hand at the end phase. What I did, so one of my hands was this Blaze Man and Double Stratos. So it's like, I know it was this Double Stratos and a Hero Lives. It's like a Hero Lives out Blaze Man go get Poly. It's like that's fine. And then normal summon Stratos, so like negate Stratos. I'm like I played this and I'm like summon Stratos, get Stratos search what it's gonna go for anyways. And this is also useful in case to like interrupt you halfway through combo on like a cross shadow or something. You just play this and go get whatever you need for it, or if you have a Stratos. Next is 1 Rhoda, 1 Harfy. Rhoda, search anything. I searched the Nair a lot with this when I played it. And then Harfy's for back row because we have a hard back row matchup. That's all for the spells. Moving on to the traps. Only hand trap I play more say is Imperm. I was running Ash. I didn't care for it, but I like it. And whenever I did see the Imperms, it was really impactful. Next is the new Protection of the Elements trap. It's that counter trap that has 2 effects. The first effect is what I got it for, was you banish an elemental hero from the field, a face-up one from the field, and you negate a spell trap. So if we make full board of Sunrise, DPE, and all of that good stuff, and they activate Ruler, we just activate this and banish the Sunrise, and be like, okay, I can still play well you can barely play. Also, the second effect in the graveyard, you banish it while you control Elemental Terraformer, however you say its name, and special banished elemental hero. You special summon elemental that's banished, hand, or in graveyard, and special summon it. But I only got it for its first effect, which is it helped me so much against my Labyrinth matchups. It was really nice. Moving on to extra deck, double DPE again. Kashtira ripping the first one. It was annoying. Couldn't go get it back because I was running with the Nair. Bluff, blah blah blah. Still up here for time. Dangerous is more of an extender than anything else. Because you can also you can make this and then send it and then make this into DPE, and then use this and a Sunrise to wake up your elemental hero, and it's really nice. Then moving on to elemental heroes, double Sunrise, same reason for DPE and the Nair. Kashtira, ripping to extra deck, 1 Ab, 1 Wake Up. Wake Up's extremely nice. I don't know how many times I punched people with just Wake Up, like 5k. It was so nice. And almost in materials enough to make them up to 5k, and it's so nice. And then F0, when it leaves the field, besides being compulsed, it's a Raideki on the opponent's turn, or on the opponent's field. Extremely nice. Next is double Dark Claw, 1 Blast. I was running liquid, or not liquid, acid. Acid, in my opinion, takes a little bit too much setup, because what you want it for everything. It's for you make absolute 0 and then Mash Change it off, so you Raideki and Harfy the board. It's too much, and this is so much better because it's targeting. It's not just one blowout, it's like little nitpick things. So I did with the Labyrinth player, I made it on their turn, and then on my turn, whenever they go to pop with the Filtspell or whatever, I just pay 500 and bounce back to Filtspell, so now they can't pop with it. It was really nice. Moving on to the links, standard double cross, 1 Wonder, and then obviously the 1 Decimator that I placed on accident. Search, get your fusion spells, OTK. This is what won me my last round against my last round, which was Labyrinth, was we had grinded each other out so much. This was the only other card I can make fairly with what I had. It's like 4k, and he just kept drawing unusable cards after everything. And it was like, make this, it's like 4k, and he couldn't do anything, and I just punched, and I searched. I made this and then searched for Honest Neos. And it's like, go to battle phase, punch, Honest Neos. It's up, it was up at least 6k. And it's like, punch everything, deal you did knock you down to 400, and then just like go. And he set him off, so he's like, does it have piercing? And that was the end of the game. That's it for the extra deck. Moving on to the side deck. Side deck is Sedek is what helped me a lot in my matchups. 3 Droll. I mean, I might take this out because I decided in. When I decided in, it was against my only loss, and my loss was a Punk Gold Pride Sword Soul 60 trash thing. It was interesting. It really was. But this only time I started out, and I did play it. He kind of looked at it, said cool, and then did Sword Soul stuff. So I mean, it was nice. It was interesting, but I'm like, it didn't do much, so I might come out. 3-dimensional barrier. Never started this in. Might cut it, but I might not. Because, you know, Cash Chair is still a thing, and Sword Soul and all that. The card that saved me, and I played against the Labyrinth, and what got me to Game 3 with Labyrinth, was Epidemic Virus. Inboard was DPE, Sunrise, and Epidemic Virus with this, an Imperm, and the Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, or not Wake Up, the Trap, Protection of the Elements. So it was literally like Stem of Phase, play this with the Labyrinth player, Tribute Dread Decimator, call Traps. You know, you can't play, but fortunately both the Labyrinth matchups that I did them, they both, you know, one of them was smart, dropped the DP and Sunrise off, send the chips they had in his hand. The other one didn't open anything besides a Gozen, and the other one was monsters. Next, that helped a lot, was 3 Cyclone. This deck has hard back row matchups for me at least, so Cyclone helps it a lot. And then the last 3 cards is 3 Ruler. I've been told to mainboard this or Droplets. I don't own Droplets, and I like this in sideboard because I like how it is now. It's more of a going first, going second, really. But if I'm guaranteed going second, game 2 or 3s, just side this in and take out the traps, take out the Protecting the Elements traps, and it's like I have game. So, I mean, it stops us from OTKing you, but if it's a difficult matchup, then I'll keep the traps in. So it's a ruler your board and then set up control after that. So that's what it's there for. But yeah, that is my 2nd place OTS tournament hero deck profile. If you liked the video, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.